Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We've been away a while, and we're pleased to be back today. And I'm here with Diane G.,
Oh,
Kumo Reserver, and Diana Bowles, oil painter, and Paul
even we get
Whitebread. Yay! So, yeah, everybody's get geared up. Are you all geared up? A couple of weeks, we're going to be right in the fall equinox. So, uh,
yeah.
time
Are
is
you?
just, yeah,
It's kind of a good thing, right? Let's forget
I
No
this.
think
more
so.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde. No, we
Uh-huh.
don't want that.
We
No,
already had that. We had that while I was on vacation. Yeah.
actually, we have a Mercury Kizami the Sun,
Oh.
which is where's my cheat sheet? Right here. Hold on, I'll tell you. It is on the 16th. No, it can't be the 16th. Oh, for Pete's sakes, come on! It's right coming up any minute.
Oh.
Because I'm looking at September, wrong cheat sheet. Oh, wait, this is September.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diana is. We're all kind of out of sorts in a way.
Mhm.
Diane hasn't felt well this
Oh.
week. Diana and I have had a lot of dizziness. I get a lot of stomach issues. Paul, I think you're hanging in there, aren't you?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
It's
Stable now. I mean, a couple of days ago, I have this condition with my eyes, and that sometimes I see double, and it went crazy there for a couple of days, but then now it's back to normal.
Is it
Okay.
astigmatism?
No. It's called myasthenia gravis,
Okay.
and it affects
Yeah.
my eyes. Only
Yeah.
my eyes. So I mean, it could be a lot worse, but it's not. It's a mild case.
Yeah.
Okay, so day after tomorrow
Mhm.
at what time?
Wow. That's
At 6:51 a.m. So September 13th, 6 in the morning Eastern
Saturday.
time.
Okay.
Mercury Kizami the Sun, which is that energy we'll be moving into communication, but especially tomorrow into the day of, and then into the next day also. So the
Well, I'm away again.
well,
I don't
and
know.
you know,
I don't plan these things right.
right, well, this is the Sun kissing Mercury. So
Okay.
this is the
Okay.
beautiful one. This is
Okay.
you know,
Okay. All right.
easy
Well, then I did
communication.
it right. I brought my
Yeah.
children. My children are going, and we'll be
Right.
able to communicate. Okay.
Right, and we're in Virgo, so that's the motherhood, even though it's not the Cancerian sign, it is still motherhood sign. So
Okay.
let's
All
hope we
right.
don't have to play nurse.
Oh dear. No, don't want to do that. Yeah. So Annie, I'm sorry that you've been up since 1:30, but I totally understand. And
Yeah.
I want to say hi to Leah and Mary Thornberry and Annie and Rossie's here, Vicky, and let's see, Sarah Hibiscus Healing, Linda Bishop, Anita, everybody, Barbara Berkman, I see you,
Yay.
and yeah, everybody. If I do, welcome everybody. And Charlie, I see you too. So we got a lot to talk about, I think, and we got the folks here that can do that talking, that work with these energies that are other. So I don't know if you want to talk more about astral wars this time, or just what's going on astrally in your own
Well,
areas you work.
I do have some news, and
Okay.
you guys know that there's been a big war in the galaxy with the Draconian Empire. Well,
Yeah.
that war is coming to it's winding down right now, which is a
Okay.
very good thing. Right after, you remember that we gave them an ultimatum a few weeks ago with that Haka thing that we did.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
remember
yeah. Yes.
I remember that.
the
Yeah.
memo? And it's winding down. A bunch of them has left already the galaxy, and there's still a few pockets, but they're being contained right now. So
Okay.
they're not going to be allowed to do whatever they want to do. I mean, it's winding down, which is a very good thing. There's still a danger because you still have the client races, the people that they they took over and enslaved or whatever, and you still have to deal with them. But it's winding down, which is a good thing. I can feel it, and other people do feel it too. So, but right now that there's the only thing I'm going to say about it. There's another thing that's outside the galaxy, and I'm just going to call it a thing that we're watching. It's not here yet.
Yeah,
and we're making plans right now.
All right. So the other thing that I want you guys to talk about, all of you, is the probe. Paul calls it a probe, but it's what's coming toward us right now that people have talked about on and again. Has it been named Atlas? Is it supposed to be a meteor?
Three-eye Atlas. It's the three. It's the third intergalactic object. And then the Atlas is the observatory that found it. So that's how they named it. It's the third one. The Oumuamua, whatever that's called. That was the other one.
That was 2017 when that one first showed up.
Whenever. Now the thing is that it feels like a probe, and it's got a sentience to it. But they say, well, these are asteroids or comets or whatever. They behave in a certain celestial mechanic way. But that's just what's here now. That does not account for them going faster than light once they get far out.
Okay.
So that's just the approach.
And it's been detected that it has nickel and copper and plasma, which is not behaving like any regular comet within our star system. So that's the one thing that they all agree on. It's intergalactic.
And it changes color, is what I'm hearing. It also changes color. Okay.
And it's changing shape. And the tail for it is, last I heard, was half the width of the sun, which is huge.
It's pretty large. But it's not behaving in any threatening way at this moment. Right. It's just probing. It's just gathering information.
And the time for us to really be watching this will be October 21st through the 29th.
Okay. Oh, just in time for Halloween.
Yeah. What does your witch ride?
I've been told by Archangel Michael to just watch it, so I've got a couple of teams watching.
Rossi, my ear, I can't hear out of it. I have a lot of pressure in it. That's funny that you say that. I haven't been able to. It's like I can't get this to pop, or there's something.
Do this. I just popped mine.
Oh yeah. Nope.
No. Well, mine finally cleared. This is the first time since. There's a lot of smoke coming in from the Canadian fires.
Oh, that's true.
It's been hard to hear all day.
Yeah. Well, I want to give Diane G some time to talk and say what she's been up to. So,
well, we were talking about Three-Eye Atlas. I asked my guides where it's coming from, and they actually told me it's from Zeta Reticuli. And it's a new information for me too. So yeah, I still have a lot to learn about it. But right now, that's what they're telling me.
Okay.
Which is where the grays come from. Zeta Reticuli.
Well, they got origins there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are not the good grays, so.
Hold on a second, everybody. Paul does not have a channel. That's why you can't find him. So
I don't have
Yeah.
plans at this moment. I mean, I'm very grateful that Ali has given me a chance to be on.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're glad to have you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
I have to draw attention. Paul, I love your background. It reminds me of Peter Max. But the thumbnail I chose was from a photograph of a sunset. And it's blazing, like you get the idea that this is blazing, and the picture I put up on my thumbnail is a blazing sun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's well. Let me show you. See, it's got a sun on a lake, and then there's a UFO on top. I mean,
Yeah.
my watercolors always have like scenery like this. Usually has a Bigfoot in it, and was watching a saucer in the background.
That's cool.
I
That's
kind of
very
like I kind of like the Bigfoots.
yeah. Yeah. So is this a good time for us to bring this in, guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's I think we're supposed to be talking about the Arcturians, and we talked about the how the war is winding down, and I just got to say that without the Arcturians, this thing wouldn't be happening. Well, not this fast,
Mhm.
because it's been happening very very fast because of their influx of technology that they have allowed us to use.
Mhm.
I kept wondering about this, and I keep asking, hey, my guide, my Arcturian guide author says, the author, that's a lot of very heavy duty technology that you're putting out for our use. And
Yeah.
and he goes, yeah, I know, and it's and I said, so are you sure that we have permission to use that? And he goes, yes, otherwise you wouldn't have it.
Mhm.
So I mean, the reason why a lot of this stuff is happening is because they have allowed it, and they have come into uh, our use, uh, and this is part of it. This is an armor. Recently, I have been under very heavy attack by the Draconians because they knew I was zeroing in on them very aggressively, and we have got the Minutemen teams wiping them out. Basically, we took away their ability to wage war with their industrial and making their ships, and how how they make the war machine, and also their breeding. They were breeding draconians in laboratories, like thousands and millions of them, and we stopped all that stuff. So then they came after me nonstop. And I've been talking to Diane G about this for a while, and then I got this. Well, it got to the point I told Mike, I said, listen, something, you got to do something about it because this is not right. So then he goes, okay. And so he had this. This is an armor. He changed my armor, and this is an Arcturian designed armor. It's Arcturian design because there were Arcturians who designed it for me, and it's active armor in the sense that it is sentient. It is an Arcturian being who is the armor running it
Huh?
itself. And I call her, it's a lady, and I call her a Starlight. I thought she was part of my family, Arcturian family, but no, she's not. She's just because the reason for that is because I needed her to be concentrated on the armor protection side. So being a family member was going to be tricky. So that's fine. I mean,
Awesome.
so this is an armor, and it has a lot of capabilities. And one of them has like I mentioned before, it has the med beds, Arcturian med beds built into it. So I can turn that on. That function turns on, and it does other things like it takes on the attributes that I have when I go do my stuff, like go invisible, go through walls, and things like that. You're trained for that when you work with Michael, and especially the specific people and groups that I work with, and you can beam yourself from place to place using your mind. This suit takes that and amplifies it,
Cool.
and it makes it that much stronger. So and it is an Arcturian design, and it's also prototype. And I think that I don't. This is the first one, and I think it's going to be used in future. I don't know where,
Mhm.
but it's going to be once we work out all the kinks and stuff. And I also have a cape. The cape is just an extra thing that Michael said. Oh, here's an invisibility cape for you. So I said, okay, I'll take whatever you give me. So they put that on. It's like the Harry Potter thing. You put it on and they can't even see you.
Right.
You can go invisible.
It is a cloak. That's why they call it a cloaking, the cape.
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. Barbara, how cool is it that your husband was an Arcturian pilot?
I love that.
And today's his anniversary. We're glad you're with us. We're sorry that he passed, but I'm sure he told you to come in here today. So thank you.
Wow, that's cool.
It's divinely guided.
Pilot.
Yeah.
Well, if you got Dr. Gale's new book, which I'm reading, I'm halfway through. I really love it. And then she talks about all the missions that she went in on stuff, and then she talks about this ET called by the name of Monto. He's a gold being that taught her how to fly her little ship, because her ship is small. Well, if you call it 3 car lengths worth of ship, it's small, but compared to some of them, she's got a small one. And Monto in the book, she says that this isn't Solaris. Solaris is where the Solaris healing temple is, but it's also a very famous flight training school. And that kind of dawned on me because, months and months ago, Michael came to me and said, hey, I want you to go to Solaris and go every night. He didn't tell me why. He just told me to go. So I said, okay, fine. So I went there for about a month and a half, and it turned out I was training to fly the Athena. The flight training. I flew the Athena in battle. That was the first battle that we had. It was just outside the solar system. It wasn't inside the solar system. It was outside. And that lasted, the Armada got decimated in about 27 seconds or so.
Wow.
That's how powerful that ship is.
That's very cool. Well, I do know that Diana is going to be on with Dr. Gale and is it Terry on Saturday? Yeah. Because Diana's the one that did all the artistic work in that book. Yeah. So that's fabulous. It really is fabulous. Yeah. And so I know we'll hear more about it on Saturday, but I just wanted to pass that little tidbit along.
Maybe a lot of people here do not know that the Arcturians have very advanced equipment. They have they're the most advanced in creative genesis. I don't know what else to call it. They have machinery. They make machinery that grows cells that gives a metal protection, but it is a living machine. So this is what Paul's talking about when he says it's a real machine. It's a real skin.
It's alive. The armor is alive,
and it can morph while you're in it.
Yeah, right? It does change shape based on what the needs are.
So you're in it, but it's alive. So you're actually
it's
embodied in it.
You can't see it because this is 3D, and the army is basically 5D.
Right.
But I never ever take it off, and I've been told never to take it off until I'm told to. I can't take it off, so I don't. So, and it's been working ever since that I put that thing on, the new one.
Yep.
All the problems I was having, I don't even feel them anymore. All I do is I talk to the armor. I say, hey, what's going on? Am I under attack? He says, yeah, but it's minor, so I can handle whatever. And that's it. The Arcturians, it's like Diana says, they're so advanced, but they don't usually they don't function in 5D. They only come down to 5D only when something needs to be done. They're usually up there at 6 or above.
Yep.
Some of them don't even have bodies anymore.
No, but they can put on a body to do something.
Right.
And this particular Turian put on the body, it happens to be an armor.
Yep.
It's on me all the time. The same like the Athena is an Arcturian lady that put on the ships.
Right. I remember.
And
You were
then,
talking about
my
that, yeah.
my own private ship is the Diana. It's also an Arcturian lady who put on the
Right.
ship. So I'm surrounded by Arcturians. And then I sent Diane G an email. I said, hey, what's going on with this? Am I a starship designer or whatever? And then she goes, well, I looked into it. It's the first 5 times you went to the Arcturus, because she did a whole thing of when I came in where was it, Lyra, and
In Lyra?
all the stuff that it says. He said the first 5 times that I was in Arcturus, I was in school learning mathematics and and what else you said, Diane?
Mathematics and strategies, defense strategies.
And strategies.
Yeah.
5 lifetimes. And I'm going, whoa. So then I said, well, did I have anything to do with the Athena? She goes, no, not really. But you didn't really start to design ships up until you went to Taygeta in the Pleiades.
Right.
So I guess
Leah has a question. I don't know who Preston Dennett's here.
I watch them.
Okay.
I watch them.
I know what that is.
All right. So Diana, what do you think? What do you think?
You know what, Leah? In her world, there isn't. That's the only way we can look at this, because I know she is adamant about the things that she says, and that's fine. And for her right now, it's calm, but that doesn't mean the rest of us are not experiencing what she is not at this time. She definitely needs a break. Definitely. So
yeah,
they're giving her one.
Yeah. Diane G, any comment from you on this?
I don't even know who Preston Dennett is.
Okay.
Preston Dennett is a researcher of UFO phenomena, and he's really good. I mean, I really like the guy. He's really likable. But the lady he's partnered with is I'm not so crazy about.
Oh,
that must be who she's talking about.
I'm sorry, some people you do click with, and her I don't really click with, because she has very strange ideas that there are no spaceships on the Earth right now. They all left because they're scared of all the energies coming out of the sun, blah, 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 blah. And that's not true.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's been at this since 1980. And he knows his stuff, and he's had his own experiences, of course, as has she. And she's had some frightening experiences, which, doesn't keep her from doing research, but it has put her in a place right now where I think she just needs a break from it. And so she talks about it in a different way.
Yeah, the lady, no, she's not a bad person. I'm not saying that she's bad. No, she just has different experiences, and everybody has to go their own speed, down their own.
Yeah, well,
so it's not that she's bad, or if it's a bad journey.
Right,
it's just her journey, and it's a different journey than what we're experiencing.
Yeah, which is what we can experience.
Well, I wouldn't call her inexperienced, but right here, what Leah is saying, I think that is her starseed, that she is a little gray.
Yeah.
And I think of E.T. Phone Home, bravely trying to get there and yet hiding in the stuffed animals.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow. What else do we need to know about Arcturians? Diane, can you give us any information? Paul gave us a little bit. What do you want to say about it?
We have talked about their technology a lot.
Right.
But we haven't talked about, I think, sacred geometry and astronomy. They're very well versed in sacred geometry and in astrology. A lot of the Akashic Records readings I've done for clients who've had Arcturian origins or Arcturian lifetimes usually shows that they've learned some sort of geometry, mathematics, like you, Paul, in Arcturus. So when they incarnate on Earth, when they incarnate as star seeds on Earth, it's something that they carry an interest in stars or a really good grasp with technology and mathematics.
So the other day I saw a video in real time. In the grass, somebody was making a crop circle. I mean, something was making a crop circle. I wonder if that's the Arcturians' gift, since you said it is symbolic and stuff as well.
I've seen that video. It is very interesting because it's like little lights going around, and then you see the plants getting squashed down, and
yeah, it goes like, if you watch it, it's like time release. It just looks like someone's making it.
It's an old video, but I mean, it's very interesting if it's true. I don't know. I mean, a lot of that stuff, that there's people went out there and they were hoaxes. I can take a stick and a rope and then just make it crop.
Well, that's when they just found it, but this was a video of it happening in real time,
awesome.
And that was.
Can you send it to us?
If I can find it again, I will.
Old video, you have to dig for it.
Yeah. Leah said she saw it too. It was like whoosh. It was like, and then it's there. And so I'm thinking if Arcturians have that sort of power, because that seems like it's mathematical, it's a sacred symbol, and it has a meaning to it. And it's been going on a long time, but usually we just sort of get up in the morning and see it. And this was like being captured. It was really cool. Yeah.
Well, the Arcturians are not only very high technologically, but everything they really don't need the technology at this point. But it's anything that they can do with technology, they can do with their minds.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
By beaming, let's say, if you were to go visit the Athena, the Athena is very large. I mean, it can easily hold 1 million people. Easy. Wow. And that's just very comfortably. Yeah. So if that's an Arcturian ship. Let's say if you're walking around in a ship that large, you think you're going to walk around from one place to the other. Let's get you got to go see the edge of the ship. Do something over there. Then you got to go to the bridge. Well, one of the bridges, it's got several bridges, but if you got to, it might take you a couple of weeks to get there walking. If you take a scooter, so they don't do that. They just beam themselves from one place to another.
Sure. Makes sense.
It's something that they can do.
Yes, Leah, it would be them, because this is one of their main purposes of being connected to the physical through the non-physical. And let's say they are here to heal the emotional, the mental, the physical, the spiritual. Those are all the realms that they assist us in. And they are here dedicated to the transformation.
Yeah, and the Arcturians, if you're lucky enough to have Arcturian guides, they make the best guides because they teach by example. They don't just tell you, "Oh, you got to do this because this, that, and the other." They tell you, "Don't." It's like Yoda. You must do. Don't try. Do. And then they tell you, and then they just go away and watch it. If you get in trouble, they come in there and they fix you up a little bit.
So Leah wants to know, do the Blue Avians have interaction with Arcturians? Ladies, do you know? Yeah, they do? Okay.
Yes, as far as I know, they have. Blue Avians, as far as I know, some of them settled in Lyra. And some Arcturians were stationed in Lyra as well. So that's where they started interacting.
Okay.
And remember, Arcturus is so far out. You follow the Big Dipper, and then you have to go past Booties, and then it's still out in the greatest distance. but it glows bright 180 times brighter than our own sun. And
Really?
so in doing that, we can find it. It's the North Star.
Wow, that's fabulous. Bernadette said she was on a ship, and she said she was overlooking Earth. She says, "Why are the visions so short? I had barely enough time to look around."
You
Well,
know,
it's what you remember, what you're allowed to remember.
Mhm.
Because
Oh,
first of all, in order for you to be able to set foot in an Arcturian ship, I mean that's quite an accomplishment
mhm.
Mhm.
because they're at a different vibration level.
Maybe that's why it seemed short, but time is different on that ship.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then a lot
You,
happened there. She may have been there to either get some medical assistance or maybe teaching or learning something new,
Mhm.
uh,
and she's
or,
traveling at the speed of light.
or maybe even meeting some family members.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
mean, it could be anything, but you know, whether that's happening, it's not for you to know consciously at this moment.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
you're also traveling at the speed of light when you're traveling with them, right? You're not
uh-huh.
just, it's not time, uh, time energy factor that we're used to here on Earth. It's
Right.
totally different, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm surrounded by Arcturians everywhere. I turn, there's one over there. There's one over here. I got 4 Arcturian guys. That's one thing. Okay, I know about Arthur. Arthur is the first one, the main one. He showed up in my bedroom one night. I saw him. And we talked for about an hour, and then he showed again, and we talked for another hour, and we talked for a bunch of hours, having a conversation like we're having a conversation here. And then, then of course I asked a million questions. He must be like, oh God, here he comes again. He's gonna ask me a million things. So then, I have 4. I asked, how many do I got? I got 4. Okay, so I got four Arcturian guys. I only deal with one, and that's Arthur. And I I've had how many lifetimes, Diane? About 15 over there in Arcturus.
15 or 16, yeah.
16. That's a
Just in
whole
Arcturus.
That's just Arcturus, but I
Mhm.
identify mostly as Palladian.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then I go over here in Arcturus and I go blah, 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 and then I go back to Pleiades and I do
Mhm.
whatever it is I need to do over there, and I go to
Uh-huh.
South and I.
I would love to talk about the question Crystal brings up, if that's okay
Mhm.
with you guys. She says, "I know that being incarnated on Earth is a privilege, and there's a long line up there for being born here." Are you sure it's a privilege, Crystal? It seems like it's a nightmare sometimes. And I'm not mocking what you're saying or saying it isn't true, but I just would love to have that conversation. Do the other star seeds, other star people feel like
Sorry.
they would like to be here, or are they just happy to be where they are? What's your experience? What do you see from that, ladies? If you have a
I think it
question.
happens a lot in the higher dimensions
Okay.
um,
Okay.
that we
Yeah.
choose to incarnate here. Some of us
Mhm.
choose to incarnate in other star systems because it's where our soul is going to grow the best or
Uh-huh.
the fastest. And
Right.
some of us choose Earth. We choose Earth. What were we
Yeah,
thinking?
I get it. You can kind of say, what am I going to experience here? And so I'll
Mhm.
pick this one. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I also want to comment on. Oh wait, Diana
What
is showing us
what
something.
is that?
I have to go rescue Gloria. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Oh, it's that.
She's
that's
got a
more.
bag on her head.
Thought it was an ET or something. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Go
yeah.
ahead.
But
Yeah. Go ahead,
I
Diane.
I just wanted to comment to the about Crystal's comment earlier
Yeah.
that she
Okay.
saw a green flash. Oh, sorry, a blue flash of light.
Okay.
Um, and she said she wanted to go to yeah. I really need to go to both Arcturian and Pleiadian healing centers. On another topic, I saw flash of blue after my mother's my mom's body was found. I later found out it was a Pleiadian who saw me. Crystal, it's because they're your star family. I
Oh,
believe you've had many past lives in Pleiades, and they're there to support you. They knew that you were in pain, and so they
yeah,
chose to show up and
yeah,
know that you. Please know that you are not alone in this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
And
really sorry for your loss.
I wasn't making fun of what you were told.
Hmm.
Not at all. But I thought it was interesting because sometimes I say to myself, why did I put myself here
Yeah.
again? But, I knew I signed up for right now. So that's why we all did. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say,
um,
I'm going to have a long talk with the guy who talked me into coming back. Listen here, buddy boy.
uh-huh,
That wasn't fun.
uh-huh, yeah,
But it was probably me.
uh-huh. But there you go. We're the adventurous types that take the hardest assignments.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, that last lady, she wants to go to the Pleiadians or the Arcturian ships for healing. Is that what that
Yes, what she said. Yep,
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
that's very easy to do. Actually, what you need to do is just tell your guides before you go to sleep. Set your intention to take you there. It's that easy. It's you don't have to meditate for hours or and do special diets or anything. Just ask them and say, hey, can you help me get there? And they will. You may not remember it, but you got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's good. I had a feeling that Diane, you would know the answer to that. Is your dog okay, honey?
Yeah.
Oh
How's
my
Gloria?
God. Yeah, I had
Oh, wow.
emptied
Yeah.
the birdseed bag.
Oh, in the birdseed bed.
She goes after like the peanuts and the sunflower seeds and whatever else. So
Whatever
she
else is
had,
there.
little yarrow seeds up her nose and all the other tiny stuff. And she couldn't get it off because it's one of those
Oh,
automatic
yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
got
yeah.
in,
Oh, my.
and then she got the fish barb and couldn't get off.
So Rossi's asking, can you tell me what I'm working on now? I've been working on the Athena in the med beds.
The Athena is basically is mainly a military ship, but it does have a secondary function that is
Uh-huh.
a medical ship.
Yeah.
So of course we have med beds there, and usually the way I think they work this is each species have their own type of med beds. The Arcturians have their own special ones, and
Tell me a little bit. I'm not familiar with, I know med bed is medical, but I'm not familiar with how these things work. Is this something you lie in that has healing energy or something?
yeah, they take different forms.
Okay.
The ones that I deal with are the Arcturian designs. I have one
Mhm.
on my special ship, my private ship, that looks like a very comfy, you Barca lounge, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And you sit in
Mhm.
you sit in it, but it also reclines you. It's like a bed type thing that you can lay down in, and it's got like these have like clear bubbles that go on your head and
Okay.
and then there's lights and frequencies and that's usually how they
Mhm.
work
That
with
sounds like light therapy my husband
light,
used to do.
light
He had
frequency.
it
That's all I know. I mean, I'm not a
right.
medical
We used
person.
to use red laser therapies in the chiropractic office, and it was really wonderful when we did
Now,
that.
the ones that the Palladians have, maybe Diane knows a little more about. I mean, they're different, but they have the same function. They
Okay.
work they
Yeah.
work the same way.
I think the ones that I've been working on are also Arcturian. They look like the ones in the end credits of or in Superman. When
Uh-huh.
Superman was lying in the movie, it looked
Okay.
like that. So I think that was Arcturian. I was also assigned to the hybrid ship. It's called Ashtar Medical One at some point, and we used Arcturian medbeds there. But I think Rossi was asking what she was working on. I was
Right.
getting she was working actually on the military side right now, and you're stationed in Mars. I don't know what you're doing there. It's some form of research, but I don't
Oh,
fully understand.
You
but
say
in Mars.
Mars? Is that what you say?
Mars.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of people don't seem to realize the United States government has been on Mars since the
Yes.
40s.
Right.
The 40s. I'm talking. They
Yeah.
went back then. They established colonies over there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And
you know,
they're inside of Mars still, aren't they? I think.
well, yeah, there's actually like three. There's the humans, there's the native Martians that were there, and there's another species of insectoids that
Mhm.
that live underground, and there is a very fragile agreement that between the three, and at one point, you know, there was some conflicts, and the human colony got wiped out, and then but they went back in there again. So
Mhm.
it's,
Okay.
it's a lot of it's mostly military.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no civilians right now, but we've been there for a long
Well,
time.
they got that
Mhm.
space thing that they just started up, that himself started up, that was going to do stuff like that too. The space something. Annie Bear says, "What are her duties somewhere else besides Earth?" If you know that answer to that, no. Okay.
I'm getting no. Annie
Okay.
Bear, you work with other star beings, but your primary duty is in the inner Earth, is what I'm
Okay.
getting.
Yeah. All right.
But there are a lot of star beings that visit inner Earth. So yeah,
Yeah.
you interact with them a lot.
Interact. So this week I've been hearing a lot about mermaids. I think Lauren Hunsinger said she was one at some point in some incarnation. She said she traveled to an aqua world where the water brought back to life anything that is dead, and I saw myself sitting on a rock as a mermaid. That brings the question to me: can you live longer on these other systems? Can you regenerate your body so that you can, say, live 200 or 300 years?
Well, as far as I know, once you realize that you're multidimensional and that you can move up and down the
Mhm.
different frequencies, it's something that you can do consciously. You can really do learn. Once you know that, you know that you exist already at different levels. This is just the 3D side.
Mhm.
Once you get up into the upper 5D, lower 6D, there's,
Sure.
there's
Sure.
a place that you can access
Mhm.
that you can like put on different bodies.
Wow.
So you know you can. Dr. Gail talks about this in some of her adventures. Like she went to a
Okay.
water planet and she put on a whale body,
Oh,
and because she needed to interact with the whales in some water planet.
uh-huh.
I remember very vividly one of the planets that I went to. If you remember in the Star Wars movie, there was a planet that was all water, and they were doing the clones for the Empire. And then there was a scene in there where there was a a giant manta ray, and somebody was sitting on top of the thing. I went to that planet, but it was inhabited by Tibetan monks. And
Oh, those are my people. I love them.
the Tibetan monks were like, help! The Draconians are trying to take us
Oh,
over.
sure.
We went
Sure.
there. We actually protected them. We took them out. We made sure that they don't have that problem anymore.
Hmm.
So that was a very strange thing that I remembered, but it was very interesting too.
Yeah. Wow. So Diana Bowles, Fogo Pogo's been having tingling all over the right side of her head for 2 weeks or so. Is it the ETs or is it the other guides? What do you sense?
I believe that these are a combination of both
Okay.
because your guides are ascended masters and
Mm.
they already have a relationship with these ETs. They
Oh.
interact from angelic realms through everything else that is out there and beyond.
Mhm. Wow.
And can I address
Yeah.
Rossi for a minute? Diane had mentioned this military activity that she's involved with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rossi, you were in my dream the other night, and not just the one where I saw you when we went to DC, but I didn't know where we were, but it just so happened you were wearing, with a bunch of other people, like a 1940s olive drab fatigue, long sleeve
Oh,
shirt,
military.
trousers,
Yeah.
and the round soft caps, like baseball cap, but very soft, right? Soft brim
Uh-huh.
and everything. Except instead of having the fatigue color, they were, remember when it was all the rage to crochet together, cut out pieces of aluminum beer cans?
Oh, yes. Yep. Yep.
That's what the hats were made out of. They were
Wow.
labeled from beer cans. So
Making
I
use
don't
of
know
the
why
trash.
that, but beer must be a thing on every planet.
Must be. Yes, absolutely. Um, Diana, you getting anything different than Diana, or the same, or about
I'm
this?
getting different. It's more like energy issues in your aura, Kaylee, is what I'm
Okay.
getting.
Yeah.
So, Kaylee, you know my email. Email me. Let's
Yeah.
do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you, ladies. And Bernadette said she's been having a lot of chronic pain. Honey, we all have. This is what part of our DNA upgrade, I believe, is doing for us. And the solar storms aren't really helping, and some of the other things that are out there.
It doesn't
But
have to be old either.
right, right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, go
that's
to an
part of,
MD
that's part
person.
of the deal. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, when you get older, you get pains everywhere.
Oh, and we do say that we're not doctors, and so yes,
Hmm.
we have to cover ourselves by saying,
Yeah. For
please.
entertainment purposes only.
That's right. That's
Go,
right.
go, go to the med beds.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do
Ask
help.
for the
They
med
do help
beds.
quite a
That's
bit.
right. Yeah. Um, Crystal said, Paul, you mentioned asking for help to travel to the healing centers. Are you talking about astral travel? How do you get there, Paul?
Well, in your dream state, I mean, you're in your 4D body.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're multidimensional. Your 3D body stays in bed. Then your mental 4D body goes into that's the astral body. They call them
Yeah.
astral. I mean, I don't know. It's just a frequency. Then you meet your guides there, or you go higher to the 5D, and then they take you to wherever it is that you need to go.
I just want to say that I've been able to go back in time, and I'm
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's rather easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, one time I was trying to help this lady friend of mine, and I was going to take a time trip
Mhm.
to help her out at her house with
Yeah.
some kind of something was going on in her house, and Michael came and said, "No, you can't do that." I said,
Okay.
"Okay."
Well, it was just me. It was just
And
me
then I
back,
said, and then
back
I
in
said,
high school. It
"Do you
happens
think
to
I
me
would
a
have?"
lot.
And then I asked him. I said, do you think I could have accomplished it?" He goes, "Oh yeah,
Mhm.
but that's not a good thing to do. Don't do that."
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah. So, any other comments ladies, would you have anything else to say about traveling to the healing centers?
S- Solaris Healing Center is by invitation,
Oh,
as far as I know. But I think you can go to Athena. You can ask your guides to take you to the Athena and access medbeds. Paul, is that possible?
Yeah, and you can go to the Athena. You can go to the
Yeah.
Astro Medical One, and I mean, there's a bunch of. You can even go to my ship, my personal ship. I got about 100 med beds there that I use. I let people use,
Mm.
and getting there, it involves getting there, but I also I have a one extra level of security there that the ship has to let you in. And usually, when I invite somebody to use those facilities, I let the ship know, and the ship knows that you're coming, so that she lets you in. So it's not
Mhm.
just like for anybody who wants to go there. But the Astro Medical One is, and the Athena is different. you can just go there.
The Ashtar Medical one is for hybrids, and then the Athena is, I believe, for
Right.
everyone.
Most of us are hybrids, anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, not Solaris Healing Center. I went there uninvited at one time, and I didn't get it.
What's this, Dad? No. Wait a second. You can come here.
Yeah, I got in the second time I got there for business purposes, is what they said.
Well,
And then the third time for the flight school.
it's like the Akashic Records Hall. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
it's
get there,
protected.
but you have to have business there. Otherwise, you're not going to get your foot in the door.
I was just at the door, but they couldn't let me in because I didn't have any business in there.
A lot of people think that I took a course on how to get there and the Akashic, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, that's fine. You can take the course, but they're not going to let you in if you don't have business there. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And getting business there, they have to tell you that yes, you have business there, and then you can get it. Otherwise, you can't. No matter what you say, or I've got a library card. No, you don't have business here, and you're not getting in. You do, they'll open up the whatever it is, and even then, those records, some of them restricted. Especially the future record. The future records exist as probabilities, and they're not accessible to. I mean, nah.
So I have a question. I see that Bernadette had written in here that she told her psychiatrist that she went to Mars on a ship. And that's fine. I mean, I believe you because I just do. But I'm wondering, panel, when are people going to start realizing that those people that you think are crazy, when will have you any idea when we all will know that all along we were seeing these?
When we drain the swamp.
Okay. Oh, you said if. Okay, Bernadette. Sorry. Because even the person that left the planet yesterday, which, any death is a tragedy, said that empathy is too woo-woo and all that stuff. And, and so that's part of draining the swamp, which I'm not saying I want to see people be taken away in a violent way.
Just the energy.
It's the energy.
Yeah, like pulling the plug on the dirty water in the bathtub. Don't throw the baby out with the water, but you got to get rid of the dirty water.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good.
A lot of the stuff is they used to lock people up for even suggesting that.
Well, we would have been locked up, and they're locking up citizens for no reason.
Yeah. Anyway, I know this isn't a political show. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that those of us who believe and have seen UFOs, I've seen one since 1966. I mean, it's been a long time. And I just, people believe me because that love me. But when can I show them? Look, see, I told you, that kind of thing. Yeah.
This is not political. This is a reality. And if we think back to the regime in the 30s that was storming overseas,
he was
what
involved
was his biggest quest?
It was
UFOs was his biggest quest.
That's correct. Yes. Yep. Thank you for bringing that up because that was a huge part of what he wanted to do. So, yeah.
I mean, he backed engineered so many captives to see how it runs.
Well, if you read the book, I mean, I don't know how far you've gotten, Diane, but Dr. Gale, they there's groups that take these ETs away from these horrible conditions, these labs that they're captured, and there's nothing they can do about it. If they want to take them out, they take them out because they can walk through walls. They can transport out through a whole building, and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's a great thing because reading the stories from Dr. Gill, it's like they got him out, they got him out.
Mhm.
And then the Arcturians, and they have to put a cream on them so they can breathe the air. I'm talking 3D ETs that are in 3D, not just something else. And the Arcturians, apparently they need some special cream to be able to breathe our atmosphere.
Okay.
I love this.
Yeah. So we're coming up on the top of the hour, and Play is talking about working on a Palladian ship. We're helping the E-bands. I don't know who that is. Do you?
That's like
I think it's
small type of
Evans.
gray,
It's a what? I'm sorry.
type of gray aliens.
Oh, type of gray. Okay. In War with the Reptilians, they said, does that make sense? Because I remember some in my 12 archangels are with me too.
Okay.
Well, the aliens were the same kind of aliens that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
The same type. They're different.
Yeah.
And the reptilians, as far as, I mean, there's still reptilians around, and some of them are not good guys.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there could be hostilities between them. But the really mean ones are not around anymore. They got kicked off a couple of years out of the planet. I mean, forcibly removed.
Yeah.
And that was a mission that I was involved in. And there were at that time there were 115 of them. And we got them all out. And then we kicked them out of the whole solar system. So they're right now, as far as I know, there may be maybe one or two around, but if we catch them, we take them away, and we take them to processing, which is a place where they figure out what to do with them.
So I had heard that there was a probe or one of those satellites that left the galaxy. Do you remember when that happened? One of those. Okay.
Voyager.
Yeah, and they said that the temperature outside the galaxy is like 69,000 degrees or some crazy amount, and so some of the ships that are coming here are not from our galaxy. Does this make sense to you that it would be something like that? That it would be that hot in another galaxy? Have you heard about this? I don't know.
I mean, heat is the effect of the energy on your detecting surfaces. Your skin. Is heat hot? No, it's heat because you put your arm out and the sun hits it. You feel the warm because the energy is hitting your
correct.
And reacts and it feels warm. So I don't think the sun is hot at all, but when that energy hits a barrier, which is at this point your skin or the outside of a ship or a probe or whatever, then that's when it reacts in heat.
Sure. Okay. Just a curiosity. Yeah.
Right.
Diana?
So what's coming off the sun, but gamma rays and X-rays and so on, and as those protons come through the ionization belt, that's when it starts to hit us, because that belt is like 3 layers above us, but it's kind of undulating. It's not a steady stream like this. So as it undulates, it comes through, and that's what messes with our DNA. Besides
right?
Okay. And I've got to tell you, I've got a lot of doctors in regular Western medicine now understanding and believing what I'm talking about, because I have made them go, no shit. And now they've gone and done research, and now they know that what I'm talking about is true.
Bravo.
Yeah, right? Let me toot my horn and break my arm.
Yeah. You should. Yeah. Absolutely. Wow. Plavia has 7 suns, so it should be hot.
Yeah, Phila.
Phila?
It's called Phila. Yeah, it's pronounced Phila.
Okay. I thought it was like Plavix, for your
Where's
cholesterol.
that?
Where is that? Where is Phila?
I don't know. It's another star system
It's another star
where
system.
many star seeds come from. I just saw it from the Akashic records.
Mhm.
So yeah, it had
That's
seven
cool.
suns.
That's very cool. Yes. Crystal Connors, Paul does not have a channel, but if you send me an email at heartandsoulconnected@gmail, I will pass your email along to Paul, and then you can connect with Paul. Is that all right, Paul?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason I don't have a channel is because I don't know if I have enough material to talk every time. I mean, you're a master. You're a genius, Ali. Like doing this all the time the way you do. So it's Diane G, and so it's.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
Just
have the
I don't know.
material to answer questions. You have the material to answer questions,
answer
and
the
that's what our
questions.
chatters do.
That's
Pose
right.
you with the situation. And you get them out of it or into it and understanding what it is they're facing.
Correct.
That's
So
what you're doing.
yeah, that would give them a little just being able to ask you a question, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's like you got to put a quarter in, and then I can just talk for a couple hours.
Like getting your shopping
Remember-
cart at Aldi's.
yeah, remember that was it the fortune reader, and you put the quarter in and she's
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that machine with that lady and the guy
Yes,
with the question.
yes, she's gonna pick a card for you.
Card.
I see that you're going to be spending too much money this week.
Yeah, right. I'm at the amusement park, I guess so.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so those crop circles, just for a little closing here, they are, sacred geometry.
Mhm.
And I was looking up. I really love sigils and sacred geometry and all that
Yeah, I
business.
know.
So I was
Yeah.
looking up to see what are some of the symbols for Arcturians. And there's many different ones, but the main one looks mostly like this, very similar to
Oh,
this. So
okay.
I drew a fistful of cards out of the activations
Yeah.
deck. Okay. Divine geometry. And this is the way they came out. It's just amazing. The Arcturians have brought the magic to Earth, right?
Mhm.
They have this magic way of helping us, curing us, and integrating for transformation to better us. And their first thing that they do is heal.
Mm. Mhm.
And look at how beautiful that is, right?
It is. Yes.
So this is their visit to Earth.
Oh,
The biggest happiness for them is that they are bringing us coherence.
mm.
And look at how many of us are now tapping into our star seeds
Mhm.
that have never given it a thought.
Never given it. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll say, Diana, that those are pictures, but they go like this, they flash like this, and they
Oh
change.
yeah.
Right.
Well-
they influence you.
They're not like
Symbolic.
one and they stay there. No, they're
Yeah.
morphing and they changing the colors and they rotate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like a kaleidoscope, right? When
It's the
when you were a
coding.
kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the coding that,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
there are machines that fix the cells. And
Wow.
we don't have the metal bases, but we have pieces of metal in us.
Yep.
Right? We are stardust, we are carbon.
That's right. We are.
Mhm.
Wow.
So,
That's wonderful. Vibration. Yes, it is. It does have, all symbols have vibration. Absolutely. Even on a piece of paper. So that's
and
right.
when we see those
Arcturian-
crop circles,
Yeah.
well, when we see the crop circles, this is what
Yeah.
we're looking at.
Yeah.
And it is through
Makes sense.
vibration that those corn stalks bend down. Have you ever tried to break a corn stalk?
Oops.
Even when it's all dried out, it's like trying to
Yeah.
pull out a huge sunflower. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna do it. You need a shovel.
Or those blackberries I can't get rid of. Yes, I get it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Them too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Diane G, anything else before we go? Diane?
No, we've talked about a lot, but
Well, we
I
talked
just
about
wanted
a lot
to.
of stuff today. We have. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, anything else you'd like to say today?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
sorry.
think
No,
your
I
name's
was
still Paul.
just that, the Arcturian symbols, like Diana was saying, that
Mhm.
my family, my Arcturian family's symbol, and I call it a crest, is the
Yep.
spiral.
Mhm.
The spiral.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful.
That's that our own personal the
There's
crest.
one of those in here too.
Crest. It's like a
And
crest.
for everybody, get your starseed empowerment.
Wow. And I love that, Roman, that you said it reminds you of Sifri and the Kabbalah. There's everything is connected, every single
Oh,
thing.
ever so much.
Yeah.
I did a show earlier, and he's already posted it, which I didn't know, with Danny Shea, and we were talking about Saint Germain,
Mhm.
and you can't talk. Well, it's all connected. It is
Yeah.
all connected.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really is synchronicity in real time. So, thank you, panel. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Diana. And thank you, Paul White Dragon.
And
And,
thank you.
and thank you
thank
all
you,
for
Alan.
being here. Thank you, our wonderful and also our wonderful moderators. Yep, we're going through a
Something like
transition.
that, Paul.
Yep, but we're holding hands, right?
Right? Right?
Yeah, right, right. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll be back probably 2 weeks from today. And thank you all for being here, and everybody appreciate it. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.